Hey everyone. I haven't been out on bike in a while, so I've decided, spur of the moment, with no planning, that I'm going to go ride the Simcoe Loop trail. It's a 170 kilometer loop that'll come back to my house. I'm going to be taking my trusty steed, my Poseidon Redwood. I haven't brought a tent. I've got bare minimum stuff. I have a few clothes and some tools and batteries and lights and things, and that's about it. I'm going to grab a hotel tonight, hopefully, and let's see how it goes. Might be a huge disaster or it might be awesome. We'll see. I'll definitely pick a windy day to go on a long bike ride, but we'll see if that's okay. It's not too hot, so that's kind of nice. And as you can see, I'm here at Victoria Harbor, down the waterfront. I just got myself a chocolate milk. I'm going to take a little break right here by the lake on Georgian Bay. I am now at Sault Ste. Marie among the Hurons, which is something you could go and see if you were so inclined on the Simcoe Loop Trail. Got some nice wetlands, and then across the road on the other side of the trail, which you can't see from here, is a martyr shrine up on top of the hill, if that's the kind of thing you would like. Or this seems like it's a pretty popular fishing spot. So lots of nice things to see and do. I'm at a small beach in Penetang, or Penetang Machine, if you say the whole thing. Normally there would be quite a few people here swimming and enjoying the beach, but it's cool and windy today, so not exactly the best day for being at the beach. Kind of nice weather except for the wind for bike ride though, and I'm enjoying myself. A lot of people out for a walk, and you got a skate park right here with some kids enjoying the skate park. So, pretty nice spot for a break, and if it was hot weather, it would be a great spot for a swim. Most of the Simcoe Loop Trail is on boring, flat rail grades, but this section of, which is the tiny trail, got a twisty, turny paved trail, punctuated by short bridges that cross over top of this curvy, babbling brook. If you were going to try and find a spot to wild camp somewhere, this would be a great place to do it. If you just go to the side of the trail a little bit, you have tons of opportunities to set up camp. I am at a small park just outside of Perkinsfield, and this little park here on the trail has a water refill station, which is right behind me there, and a bike repair stand with a pump, and it has this little building here which you could probably get away with sleeping in a pinch, as well as a porta potty. A nice little stop, and you can get water for free and pump up your tires or whatever you need along the way. And let's continue on. Oh, I'm nearly at Elmvale, and I was just thinking about the fact that so far I've been showing you guys points of interest and things like that, but I haven't really shown you what the trail looks like, and most of the time the trail looks like this. It's a nice, easy rolling, smooth gravel in the trees and away from traffic. It's a really nice ride if you like boring flat rail trails. If you don't like boring flat rail trails, then you're going to hate it. But it's a really nice ride, really easy first bikepacking trip for sure. Well, I'm in Elmvale, made a slight detour to get to Tim Hortons, which is right there, and you can't see the sign. And there's a little sign. And Elmvale's a nice little town. If you wanted to, you could go to the Elmvale Jungle Zoo here, or do, I don't know, whatever kind of things you wanted to do. So I've got another 30 kilometers till I get to Barrie, and just finished booking a hotel room. So that'll be a nice way to end my day, especially since I am traveling so light and didn't bring a tent or a sleeping bag or anything. So I should probably get a move on and get to Barrie because I'd really rather not be riding into the dark. This is a chokecherry tree. See these little black, purpley black, tiny little cherries. You can eat them, but you're not going to like them. They're mostly pit, and they're very bitter. When I was a kid, I grew up on a farm, and we used to have to pick these chokecherries and make chokecherry jelly out of them, which involved adding a crap ton of sugar. Lots of apple trees along this section of the trail, and these little green apples with the smooth surface on them are really delicious. At least I think that they are. They're like a really, they're a hard, sour apple. I really like them. Unfortunately, this one that I found is out of my reach, and I haven't found any trees that had any that were in my reach, but if you're riding along here, have a look out for these apples, and maybe you get a tasty snack. It's day 2. And I had a good night in a hotel room in Barrie last night, and I am currently riding along the Barrie waterfront trail on my way to Aurelia. Pretty nice scenery along here, as you can see. Lots of amenities in Barrie, so it turns out it's about at the halfway point from where I started. So I've got about 75 kilometers to go today till I get home. It's a bit of a longer stretch now than I've had along the way. Aurelia is about 40 kilometers, and I got no resupplies between here and Aurelia. So anyways, I'll show you something else before too long. Hey, I'm in Brewis Park, which has a bike repair stand and a porta potty, and historic fieldstone fence. One of the things you'll notice as you're riding along the Simcoe Loop trail is that there are a lot of historic plaques for historic landmarks. Some of them are still there, and some of them are just talking about things that were once there. You'll also find a lot of plaques about the wildlife and plants and things like that in the area along the trail, and lots of stuff to learn about things if you're interested in that, or you can just ride right past them if that's the kind of a trip you want to have. Anyways, the weather's nice and sunny. It's not as windy as it was yesterday, and I'm a little less than half of the way to Aurelia now, so I'll stop and take a little break in the nice park. Stop by this pond to have a look at these trumpeter swans, which just went behind the bushes, and here they are coming out now. They're a very large bird, and you definitely want to keep your distance from them because they can be pretty aggressive. But lots of wetlands along this section, and ponds and swamps and things, so not really somewhere you want to go during bug season so much, but pretty nice at this time of the year. And yeah, nice little family of trumpeter swans. You can see here this creepy abandoned swing set and playground with tall fences, and there's lots of no trespassing signs along here. But this is part of the former Huronia Asylum for Idiots, which was facility that children were sent to with developmental disorders, and later it came out that there were horrible abuse and terrible treatment of children at this place. So yeah, it's kind of a part of Simcoe's history. It's Then it changed to the Huronia Regional Center, and a lot of it's still empty, but some of the buildings up ahead have been converted into courthouses and things like that. Here you can see one of the buildings on the property. It's this one is occupied and part of the grounds that are maintained and in use. And then over here on the other side of the trail, we've got one of the many derelict buildings on the waterfront portion of the property. It's really a shame that this large section of waterfront is derelict and fenced off to the public. It would be nice if it was being used for something. Hey everyone, I'm at Couchiching Park, which has beach in Aurelia. Pretty nice spot to stop for a swim if it's a hot day. It's not a particularly hot day today, and I don't particularly want to go for a swim. But this is a nice stop along the way. Aurelia has lots of restaurants and things like that if you want to stop to eat. And yeah, nice little spot along the way. Also at Couchiching Park, you can go for a ride on the Couchiching Park Rotary Railroad if you like. It's not a very long railroad, it just kind of goes in a little loop and park, but nice thing, could be a fun little thing if you're a kid or one of those grown-ups that didn't grow up and is still just a big kid. Well, there's no historic plaque here. Maybe there should be. Many years ago, I convinced my gullible children that we should go for a bike ride to Grandma's store. It's 20 kilometers from here to Coldwater on gravel trail. And my two young children made it all the way to Coldwater, although they told me they were traumatized by it. Both of them were in tears by the time we got there. There was a crash because of a horrible butterfly swarm attack, but they made it, and they turned into two amazing, strong, awesome adults who I'm incredibly proud of. So I just thought I'd stop here and tell you about that. Well, I don't remember. I was just thinking, I don't remember it being this flooded in this area. And oh look, there's a duck. And turns out my memory was correct because, aw, damn, here's a beaver dam. And it flooded this whole area with this teeny tiny little creek. Hey everyone, I've made it to Coldwater and there's a very noisy helicopter above me, but I'm pretty hungry and they haven't rolled up all the sidewalks yet, so I'm outside of a Subway and I'm gonna get myself a sub before I get the rest of the way home. Not too far to go now, but Coldwater's a cute little town where you can get food and stuff, but don't get here late at night because everything closes fairly early. Look at how cute this little guy is. Hey, cute porcupine. Are you porcupining into the bushes or are you coming back out? Oh, I scared him. Usually, around this time of the day, is when I would see lots of bunnies, but instead I get to see a cute little porcupine. See if I can get his face. Hey there, you're super cute. Don't eat my tires. This is where I got onto the Simcoe Loop trail yesterday, and this is where I'm going to get off again. I got a short little ride down the highway and then steep climb up the hill to my house, and I'll be all done.